watching the games over the weekend, there's a lot of things you can point to. I think two things stand out. One more than the other, and maybe this other part is just something that kind of, I don't know if bothers is the right word. First and foremost, the issue is the Cardinals only have 3 relievers that they have any confidence in whatsoever. And in the current makeup of how pitching staffs go about games, you need at least double that. I mean, literally, after the game, Ali Marmol will say, we're not going to bring in any of these guys down 2. We're talking about Helsley, Gallegos, and Genesis Cabrera.
Yep.
There are only 3 relievers that they have any confidence in whatsoever. Now, there was 4 because Palante was really, really good. Oh, by the way, look, he's now a good starter, but you could have potentially kept Palante in the bullpen if they would have went out and got a veteran starter. A lot of people said that early on. A lot of people said the second Flaherty went down, the second Alex Reyes went down, your depth took a huge hit day one. They didn't go get a starter. They tried to figure things out with Jordan Hicks. Now, hopefully Hicks can come back and be a bullpen option. But when you look at the guys, I was looking at the stats earlier. When you look at the guys the Cardinals brought in this offseason via free agency, none of them have worked out. Drew Verhagen has been very bad. Nick Whitgren has been bad. Packy Naughton, they've tried him as a starter.
Randy.
Even somebody like Aaron Brooks, you brought him in more for minor league depth. You gave him a shot in the big leagues. But all of these depth relievers, and by the way, re-signing TJ McFarland. TJ McFarland was really good last year. He figured things out, and he was a double play machine. He's been terrible this year. So the Cardinals have half of a bullpen.
What do they do? What should they do?
I think you have to add. Now, will they wait till the trade deadline? The good part is you can always find relievers.
Yeah.
You can always find relievers at the trade deadline. They need, I would say you need 2 right-handed relievers to get people out. Even if you want to go the route of, let's say down the road here, they like a Zach Thompson or a Matthew Libator to help out in the bullpen. Those guys are both lefties. You need a couple right-handed relievers to get out. So that's the major issue. The other one, which I think is just more annoying, and you hate to say it because everybody loves Albert, but you can't justify. You cannot. There's no way on earth you can justify Albert Pujols getting at bats versus righties. He's terrible versus righties. I mean, he's batting 127 with a 225 slug. Albert Pujols is great against lefties. Why do you continue to throw him out there? Juan Yepez gives you a much better at-bat versus right-handed pitching. And this is where, I don't care what anybody says, this is the nostalgia factor. This is Ali Marmol and the organization wanting to give the legendary Albert Pujols at-bats against righties.
Do you think they want to? Do you think Ollie's like, I want you in there? Or do you think Ollie's 36 years old and you're going against this monster in the locker room? You're a young manager and it's hard to put your foot down. Because if that's the case, that's unacceptable.
So look at Juan Yepez versus righties this year. 294 average, on base 342, slugging 520, an OPS of 862. There's your platoon right there. It makes perfect sense. And this has been an all year long story. By the way, Albert was also good early. He has not been as good late overall. And if you watch that game yesterday, Nick Pivetta is a good pitcher. He's really found something with the Red Sox. But when you watch that game, in this particular game, Albert was 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts, and he was swinging through 93 to 95 mile-an-hour fastballs right down the middle.
Swinging out of his shoes.
Like, we all love Albert, but you're putting him in a bad position. And also, you can't look at the fact and say, look, what if Juan Yepez gets that at bat and hits a double?
Yeah.
What if he hits a 2-run homer? That's another part of this. Maybe you're not in so many close games if you're giving your guy who deserves that AB a shot where he can actually succeed. Albert Pujols, this has been a 2 or 3 year story. He can't hit righties. That's not why you brought him here. It's annoying to me.
So, Nate, what do you think's happening then? Is this like, are they from up top saying to Ollie, like, no, you gotta bat him. That's what the fans want to see. Although he's swinging and missing on, 90 mile an hour fastballs, which he should crank out of the park. Like, who do you blame here, and why are they doing it?
Well, this is all speculation because we don't really know. But I do think that part of the intrigue with Ollie Marmol coming into the season was that who was making the lineup? Is he getting the lineup from upstairs? How much input does he have to overturn some of those decisions that are being made upstairs? And we just don't really know. But Pujols hasn't been able to hit right-handers. This is not something that just occurred overnight. It's been a lingering issue for Pujols, even going back to when he was an Angel. And the fact that they're still trying it, I think, does play into what Charlie used as nostalgia. And
but that's going to wear off. Listen, fans love Pujols, but if he's swinging and missing on everything, and he ain't contributing, you got other guys that could be in his spot that were more likely would do it. Like, the nostalgia factor is going to be thrown out the damn window.
Well, I'm kind of past it.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you think people are like, oh, cool, Albert? No, they're like, no, put somebody else in there. You got to win this damn game.
Well, I think we've discovered a couple of different breeds of Cardinals fans. There are some who are, really living in the moment, and they're going for all the theme tickets and getting their
Arenado jersey
on. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Oh, we get to go see Pujols again.
Look, honey,
oh, he went
Pujols.
0 for 8 with.
Yeah, what's it doing for our club when you can already prematurely record an out?
I kind of like to go to a ball game and see a good team.
Yeah.
I know I'm still kind of in that breed of fan, and right now I don't know what you have in St. Louis.
It's
I mean, how boring would that be to go to a game and they struck out 14 times as a team yesterday? I mean, I'm sorry, if you can't find a better lineup 1 through 9 that's not going to strike out 14 times,
that's like,
I think I'm good.
That's like, and I always compare it to hockey, but sorry. That's what I played. But it's like the Blues in like 05, bringing back Hawley because he needed to get a milestone. And he's out there, and he ain't back checking, and he's not scoring, and he's complaining. Not that Albert's complaining because he's helping the young guys. But the Blues fans would lose their mind. And they'd be like, no, we don't care if he scored 86 in the early 90s. Like, no, he ain't good enough. And so I think it would backfire on you eventually.
Well, that's
a good analogy.
So when I brought up Juan Yepez, this wasn't even revisionist history. I understand that Juan Yepez hit the 3-run pinch hit homer, but look at his numbers against righties for the season. I do think yesterday was the perfect storm to have this debate, though, because you look at Juan Yepez getting 1 at bat. He got 1 at bat versus a righty, and he hit a 3-run bomb. Albert Pujols got 3 at bats and struck out all 3 times. And again, Pavetta's good, and he struck out a lot of guys. But I was watching those at-bats versus Pujols, and he was either taking or swinging through 93 to 95 fastballs, pretty much middle. So you look at that and you say, well, in 1 at-bat, Juan Yepez hit a 3-run bomb versus righties. What could he have done with 4 at-bats? That's the question here.
Oh, I want to ask Jimmy that. Hey, Nate, like you got to see, Jimmy, what are you thinking here? I wonder what.
It's indefensible, though.
Okay.
You can't.
Well, he's a rights holder,
Okay, but you can't say matchup. You can't say he's the best option because he's literally the worst option. And by the way, but I'm not trying to see. I don't even like the fact that we have to sit here and criticize an absolute legend.
I know.
Because they're putting him in a spot where he can't succeed.
There it is, dude.
Albert Pujols is one of the best hitters in baseball still versus lefties the last couple years. He is an absolute stud, monster weapon versus lefties. He has not been able to hit right-handers for a couple years. You can't defend these moves. You just can't. There's no way. Now, every once in a while you can say, okay, he has good numbers versus that pitcher. That guy's a soft tosser. We think, whatever. I understand that. But you can't defend all these at-bats he's getting, especially over Juan Yepez.
But you had to treat the Boston fans because it's the farewell tour.
Oh.
So on getaway day, you got to let the fans see Albert one last time, right?
Let him
Who cares about the fans there?
I am totally.
I know, but are they thinking that way, though? If that's the way they're thinking, it's like.
I sure hope to God no.
I mean, it's business now. It's gonna ruin the effect.
I've noticed. Seems like guys are getting a lot of days off. Like you don't want to play a guy too many days in a row. I mean, if I'm Juan Yepez, I don't need a day.
No, man, you need to go.
I'm
do
in
your
my
thing.
I'm in my 20s. I'm trying to make sure that I'm a a rock in the lineup,
Yes.
I'm good. Believe me.
Yeah. Oh, play me. Play the hell out of me.
Play the hell out of me.
I'm full of piss and vinegar. I'm hitting the ball. Play me.
Yeah.
You should go to break now before the cat. Mitchie chimes in. Mitchie's in control.
Thank you, Mitch.
Who's producing this show?
Who's producing this damn show?
Mitch?
Mitchie is. He's one of the best. Let me tell you about my Smile before I do that, by the way. I go to Smile Brilliant. Great guys right there in Fenton. And they sent me a nice mouth guard because I snore and I grind my damn teeth like a psychopath, crackhead. I do that, and it hurts. And now that I got this night guard in there, I don't do that anymore. I don't even snore anymore. My wife's in a good mood. Thank you. Not to mention they give me these whitening gels. Easy thing to do. You can do it at home. It's so much less expensive than if you get anything from the damn dentist. All y'all know that. My teeth are whiter. They're not that crazy white. They match what your white would originally be. Does that make sense? They explain that to me. Like, it's not like
They get your shade
they
right.
get your shade right.
Mhm.
So that, and it doesn't hurt. It's an easiest thing in the world. Go to smilebrilliant.com and type in the promo code. And I tell you guys about these damn promo codes. Put them in. You're going to help us keep this engine rolling. You got to help these companies out and help yourself out. You're saving money. So go to smilebrilliant.com and put the promo code in 590FAN, and get 20% off site-wide. That's smilebrilliant.com. They are the best of the best. My smile is getting better. It's not like Charlie or my wife or Andy. I'm not there yet, but it's getting there. I got this badass toothbrush, too. They got me all this probiotics and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So my breath doesn't smell anymore. I got a lot of things going on in my mouth, okay? Okay? And so these probiotics, badass toothbrush, I got whitening gels, and I got the night guard, dude. I'm kicking ass and taking names. I'm confident with my smile because of Smile Brilliant. Go to smilebrilliant.com, promo code 590FAN, 20% off site-wide. What you got, homie?
What I got is, once again, the Post
got?
Sports Bar and Grill, the
Oh.
official cheesesteak of Hot Take Central. Stay posted, my friends. 4 brand new cheesesteaks. They got the ticket giveaways for Cardinals games. Check them out. And they bring you Matt Holiday Mondays and Seth's Trivia Tuesdays.
Seth's.
It's the Post Sports Bar and Grill, the official cheesesteak of Hot Take Central. Stay posted, my friends. And then coming up, it's the 9 o'clock hour, brought to you by Enterprise Contracting, enterprise-contracting.com. Our guy, Connor Lee, roofing, siding, gutter replacement, and repair, especially if you have storm damage and you're not looking to go through the insurance claim process. Check out our guy, Connor Lee, and visit the website, enterprise-contracting.com. They will bring you, coming up here, the 9 o'clock hour on Hot Take Central.
All righty. Get them in, get them in, get them in. I know it's like a slow day for a lot of people. A lot of people slept in this morning. Good for you. If you got a day off, sleep in. Get your mind right, baby. Players from other teams are saying teams should be doing more for Albert. He's going to get at-bats at all away stadiums. Jeez.
Okay, look, it was cool when you saw that yesterday. You saw Poppy out there. I thought it was funny they said former teammate Michael Wacha. I don't believe they were ever teammates because wasn't Wacha the draft pick they got in compensation?
Yes.
Either way, we love Michael Wacha.
Oh, they screwed that whole thing up.
You saw Big Poppy out there.
Yeah.
They gave him the cool number 5 from the Green Monster. I love that. I want all the nostalgia. Give him the rocking chair. Give him this. Hook up his foundation.
Yep.
Just don't bat him against righties.
Yeah.
And let him destroy lefties.
Jimmy did a good job, too, of he had a nice little segment where they're signing the Green Monster back there and all that stuff. I saw that. I saw it. Mick Johnson goes, manager is to blame for playing Pujols against the right-handers. I mean, is this a popularity contest, or do they want to win? This has to stop. Albert isn't going to get 700 home runs anyway. Mickey Boy chimes in.
Plus, our bench is good enough. If this was last year, you may have a valid point because our bench wasn't very deep. But now this year, we have enough talent. We have guys that are hungry coming up like Yepes. You got to give a guy like that some reps. I mean, he got a 3-run homer in the 9th inning, pinch hitting, correct?
He did, off a righty.
So imagine if he got 3 more at-bats that game. Who knows?
Who knows, man? He's in his groove, dude. You play him.
And by the way,
Text Jimmy and tell him 4 minutes, please, Sir Nathaniel.
I hate to say this, but by the numbers, anybody is a better option.
Anybody.
It's one thing if Albert was hitting, let's say, 220 with some power. He's hitting like
74.
130
Oh, yeah.
or whatever. I just looked up, but it's literally anybody else statistically is a better option. You hate to say that, but that is the truth. Let the man crush lefties. That's why you brought him in.